Let's talk about this medical student that went missing and disappeared without a trace. I'm starting my first year of medical school in 3 weeks. Let's talk about Brian Schaefer and his mysterious disappearance. Brian Schaefer was a second-year medical student at Ohio State University. He was last seen in a security camera footage inside of a local bar in 2006. It should be noted, this wasn't just some random disappearance. He didn't run away from his family or have any mental break. His friends, his family, and his girlfriend all supported him, and they had great things to say about him. He was extremely kind and motivated from all the accounts, and he wasn't going through any crazy stress that they knew about. After medical school finals, Brian met up with his friends at the Ugly Tuna Saloon in Columbus, Ohio. This footage is from about 1 a.m. to 1:50 a.m. This was the last seen footage of Brian. He ran into another friend at this bar, and they could be seen talking here. Brian is highlighted in white right there below me. Brian could be seen walking away out of the camera's view, and that was the last time he was ever seen. His friends waited for him, but he never came back. They assumed maybe he'd gotten a ride home from somebody, maybe he took a cab home. Brian's friends, his family, and his girlfriend called him the next day, but they were unable to contact him. They went to his apartment, his car was there, his apartment was there, nothing was tampered with or messed up. Brian's family filed a missing police report, but they couldn't find him. The canines were out. They may have locked onto Brian's scent, but then they couldn't follow it anywhere. The police invested the camera footage of everybody leaving the bar that night. They sifted through hundreds and hundreds of people, and none of them were Brian. But there was only an entrance and an exit, so, where could he go? It really seemed like he vanished off of the face of the earth. There was only one other entrance that had no camera footage. It was a service freight elevator, but somebody at another business had access to it, and they looked at the footage and nobody was seen going in or coming out of that elevator. There are several theories regarding Brian or what may have happened, so let's talk about those right now to conclude. One theory is that he planned to go missing, so either he changed clothes and dipped out of the bar, or maybe he unalived himself in the bathroom or inside the building somewhere where he couldn't be found. Another theory was that he was a victim of foul play or a murder. They might have murdered him and hid his body inside of a building somewhere or dumped it in a river or a trash can. The police accounted for this and they checked the dumpsters the morning after, but the dumpsters had already been emptied out. But they couldn't find any traces of blood or anything of human origin. Maybe he decided to walk home and then somebody picked him up and murdered him. Maybe he was too intoxicated and fell into a river or a ditch somewhere. His girlfriend would call his phone every single night and it pinged one time about 14 miles away. It was in Hilliard, Ohio, which is surrounded by fields and bodies of water. As of 2023, no traces of Brian Schaefer have been found. Maybe he wandered onto a construction site and was covered by building debris. They built on top of his body and his body is kind of just buried under there now, kind of a permanent tomb. Maybe that's why the dogs can't really pick up on anything. The scent is just covered up. Whatever it may be, this is such a strange case and it's still unsolved to this day. It's almost been 20 years. Maybe one day they'll find him, but for now, this case is unsolved. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, these videos are for informational purposes only.